Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, I just got out of the shower and seen on socials that one of my favorite movies is finally getting a Blu-ray release. So let's crack this bad boy open. We're gonna stay up late tonight and talk about Ryan Reynolds in a fat suit. Hello everyone, my name is Jeff, and welcome back to my channel, John Doe Juggalo. If this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Like my daughter says, it's free, and you can always change your mind later. If this is not your first time here, welcome back. This is where you're going to find me discussing my favorite things about movies and music, video games, and the physical medias that surround all of those types of mediums. So please sit back and relax and check out this next video. Oh, hey there. I didn't see you. So, I assume you already know what I'm talking about by the thumbnail. And that's going to be Just Friends. This movie is finally getting a Blu-ray release in the United States. From what I understand, there is other Blu-ray releases of this movie. There is a Canadian release that I guess would be still region A. I don't really mess with imports or any of that, so I didn't know about the fact that there was also German Blu-ray releases. So this isn't the first time the film has been on the Blu-ray format, but it has for the United States. And as a U.S. citizen, I've obviously never had the opportunity to buy the movie. Well, I do now. So Warner Archive have released some of my favorite movies onto the Blu-ray format. For those that don't know, Warner Archive is kind of like a boutique style segment of the Warner Brothers company. They basically do on-demand manufacturing of X movies. There's lists of them all over the place. Some of the ones that I have in my collection, which I bought this one already knowing what Warner Archive was, but it was one of my favorite movies. I just got it because I loved the movie, and that was Judgment Night. So, you know, Archive collection. There's nothing on here, I don't think. Maybe a trailer. So they don't tend to do a whole lot of stuff, at least in my experience so far. There's not a lot of extra on here, if any, maybe a trailer. But they usually mess with old school Warner Brothers titles that haven't had a release for a while. I believe this came out around 2018, and until this came out on Blu-ray, it was stuck on DVD. Just like our good one here. Now, another one that I got was so they manufacture all kinds. They do all the formats now because they do this as well. This is a 3D Blu-ray. They did the original House of Wax. So this is a 3D Blu-ray is a different format than Blu-ray. So that's two here. They also still dabble with Warner Archive DVDs. I found this one recently on a thrift store hunt for $1, and I got it only because of the Warner Archives banner. That's the only reason I got it, was because of that. I don't really know anything else about the movie. Doesn't really matter. Now, what I do know is that on DVDs, They look a little funky. They look like they could be possibly fake because they just say DVD real big there. And because they're manufactured on demand, DVD-Rs. They don't do that with their Blu-rays. Their Blu-rays are legitimate pressed Blu-ray discs. So they only do that with their DVD catalogs, and I'm assuming it's because the DVDs don't have good enough transfers available to even warrant anything better than a DVD. Now, they haven't messed with 4K much. I believe they just released their first one. And it was of a film that I have, but I've never seen it. And that's going to be John Wayne's The Searchers. It's getting a 4K from Warner Archive as well. I don't think it'll be a burnt disc either. So, now that we know a little bit about the company, what should we expect for Just Friends? Well, from what I understand, this DVD has all these special features. And from what I can gather, all these special features are making it onto the Blu-ray disc. And the Blu-ray disc will be a 50 gigabyte Blu-ray, which means it's the biggest file size they can possibly put on a 1080p disc.
A lot of people know I talk disc sizes. BDE, big disc energy.
They can fill that whole thing out. Now, from what I have gathered, I don't know much information about this. I did a little bit of research. All the other versions of this Blu-ray, the Canadian, the German, and I think there may even be an Australian version of this, or maybe it was 2 German versions. I can't recall. I don't know enough about that for me to say that I know. But they're on 25 gigabyte discs. So the Blu-ray from Warner Archive will be the first 50 gigabyte Blu-ray disc of this movie. And I love this movie. Like, I went and seen this in the theater when it very first come out by myself. I was kind of like the Ryan Reynolds character in a way in high school. I was the just friend. But I remember going and seeing this by myself and having such a blast with this. You got Ryan Reynolds in a fat suit. You got Chris Klein being like the best jerk he's ever been. He plays a great bad guy in this movie. You got Anna Faris, who by this point, by the time I had seen this, I knew her from Scary Movie, and I was still a bit like about her blonde hair because she had dark hair before this. She had dark hair in Waiting as well. I believe this is when she first went blonde. But Waiting was in the same year as well. So I'd already kind of knew who Anna Faris was. I was a fan of hers. And then Amy Smart, I believe by this point I had seen her in things like, was it Starship Troopers? I believe she was in Starship Troopers. So, I had seen her in a few things here and there. She was, a child actress, so she had been around. But I remember leaving the theater, and the only thing I was upset about was the fact that I went and seen this movie by myself and had no one to share the experience with. I've always really enjoyed this movie. It's one of my favorite thousands rom-coms, and it's not your traditional rom-com in the fashion that it's a rom-com made for guys, not really for women, And it's, like I said, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. He definitely gets put into the friend zone. Hence the name Just Friends. But like I said, I had a lot of fun with this movie, and I am so excited that it's finally getting a Blu-ray release after all these years. So it's coming out on January 25th, 2025, just in time for the 20th anniversary of this movie. So I think we should all celebrate and buy it. Now, this movie, many people say that they missed the mark for this by not releasing it right now between Thanksgiving and Christmas time. And if you're watching this video, right now matters none to you. But they're releasing it post-Christmas, January. And this feels like you know, it is a Christmas movie. It is. Most definitely. It happens during Christmas. He's home on Christmas break.
They just don't know.
How's it going?
Fantastic. How's it going with Jamie?
Treating her like every boyfriend she's ever had.
You the man. So I want to run an idea by you.
No.
Since you're trying to hook up with Jamie, what if I went to Paris with Samantha instead of you? That way you...
No.
You haven't heard the whole thing yet. No. You know what? Just think about it and get back. Ow! Oh my God! I gotta go.
But you could easily watch this for Valentine's Day. So I think it's still a great get for around that time of the year. You're only a couple weeks out before you could just sit down at home and watch it with your loved one. And it's a great one for that. It's just nice and fun. And it's not overly sexualized or anything. It's just rated PG-13. So, you know, it's not like a raunchy comedy. It literally is like kind of like a lighthearted rom-com. Just such a good one. I liked this movie so much that I don't have it here anymore along here, but I used to have the soundtrack for this, and it was so awesome because it was an enhanced CD. For you young ones that don't know, they used to put extra files on our music CDs where if you put it into a computer, it would send you to a website, or it would unlock certain special features. And the CD had a music video built into it, which is, I think, is the same music video here for Jamie Smiles. But it was really cool, and it was really neat for something like that back in the day. But like I said, I was always a fan of this. I really hope that this is the start of us getting comedies upgraded in 2025. 2024 has been a great year for DVD to Blu-ray upgrades, and I feel like 2025 is going to be yet another really good year to upgrade those old DVDs to at least Blu-ray, maybe 4K. I personally am more than fine with them shooting for the middle and just hitting a Blu-ray. I don't know. I feel like 4K would sell pretty well, but I feel like the Blu-ray is going to sell better. There's more people with Blu-ray players and Blu-ray collections, so I think I'm fine with just, you know, I'm fine with just a Blu-ray, and Blu-rays always look really good anyways, so I don't feel like this needs a 4K. But I do feel like more movies need to be lifted away from the DVD format. Not that DVD is bad, but they don't look the best on our new TVs. And this movie is kind of evidence of that. So I have this in my stack right now to watch this for Christmas. And I think I'm going to still. I think I'm still going to leave it in my Christmas watch list for the season. But I recently re-got this DVD. Like, I bought this DVD back at the beginning of the summer because I had let somebody borrow it a few years ago and never got it returned. So I finally bit the bullet and said, well, it doesn't look like comedies are coming to Blu-ray or 4K, and I found this out and about and bought it for just a couple bucks. So maybe the curse is real. The DVD to Blu-ray or the Blu-ray to 4K curse, because this isn't the first one it's happened to me on, and it probably won't be the last. What I will say is I'll keep buying those Blu-rays and those DVDs so that way they upgrade to the better format for us. Because that same thing happened to me in the Searchers as well. I just got this triple pack for like $1 or $2 at a thrift store at the beginning of the summer, and now it's out on 4K. So I'll keep buying them if they keep upgrading them, and maybe that'll make all you guys happy, you know. I will be maybe not purging this DVD, but I will definitely be upgrading this. I am super excited for some of my favorite comedies to finally be coming to a better format than DVD. A format that fits our TVs better in 2024, 2025. And just let's hope that they're hitting all the stops, but you know, scraping all the bottoms of the barrels for us, you know. Maybe that's what they're doing. But we're getting a lot of my favorites that I never thought I'd see. All right, Kid and Play. Where's those house party movies on Blu-ray? Well, anyways, guys, a little something different for this week. I know I usually show off things that I have, or I make a little list about things or something like that. But I was very, very excited about this movie finally getting its due justice. There are many, many more movies that need that lift from DVD to Blu-ray or even 4K. I won't be picky, but I'd love to see it get a high definition release on a physical item that I can hold and touch. Like always, if you guys have stuck around to the end of this video, thank you. I highly, highly appreciate it. What you can do for me today is you can hit that like button and hit that bell notification and that subscribe if you haven't done any of those yet. Those all help out. That helps me out the most. But if you'd like to help out just a little bit more, please consider joining our members. I am throwing content together for the members of the channel, and they help shape future topics and future watch lists. And I would like to thank them right here. All right, so until next time. Later.